From Los Angeles to a worldwide audience, this is Boaz Power TV, where we take your life to the next level. Now, internationally known speaker and author, here's Boaz.
Hi, welcome to the Power Show. You are part of the Power Nation, and I'm so delighted that you're here. Here we help you improve your attitude, your relationships, your finances, and your career. So when people ask us, how's business, the thing I teach in seminars all over the world, attitude is everything. Use the word unbelievable. People will know what you're up to. When you do this with enthusiasm, everybody will think you're doing great and spread positive rumors about you, your life, and your career. This is episode number 116 on Boaz Power TV, and I call it When It Absolutely Has to Get Done. The time was 5:20 on a Wednesday afternoon. I was in a television studio in San Diego completing the editing of a 30-minute infomercial. I used to produce those half-hour shows that get you out of bed at 1 in the morning to buy something you didn't think you needed. You may have bought. Thank you. The client was getting more and more nervous as the minutes ticked by. This incident took place a few years ago when I was producing these television programs, and the client had purchased airtime in another city, and the program we were working on had to be there the next day. Final editing took longer than expected, and the client, realizing that the Federal Express final drop-off time nearby was 5:30, he was sweating bullets. "We're going to miss Fedex, and I'm going to lose a lot of money in airtime," he said. Mustering all the confidence I could fake, I said, "Don't worry, I'll get it there somehow. Just go home, and I'll call you in a couple of hours." I had no clue whether I could do this or not, but sometimes we just have to pretend. Come on. Too many people allow the phrase, "it can't be done," to close the door on possibilities. My parents were from Europe, and I was born in Israel. I'm a product of cultures that don't give much credence to the word can't. I was taught to believe that with persistence and determination, solutions can usually be found for most any problem. I grew up with the idea that we don't hope, wish, or try. We simply do. We simply do. And when everyone else is ready to quit, that's when we dig our heels in and find a way to make it happen. The clock on the wall showed 5:30 sharp when the master copy of the program was completed. I sent the nervous client home and took off for the nearby FedEx warehouse. I got there at 5:40. The door was locked at closing time 10 minutes earlier. Option 1 was gone. That's when I noticed all the FedEx trucks coming through the gate and heading for the back of the warehouse. Positioning myself at the gate, I gave my saddest look, and I made eye contact with every driver. Finally, one of them stopped and asked what I was doing. I explained that I'd be in big trouble if my package didn't get sent overnight. The driver apologized for the fact that he wasn't allowed to put any packages directly onto his truck. "So," I inquired, "where did the packages go from here?" Well, he said, "They're taken to the San Diego Airport FedEx terminal, where they're loaded on the plane, but the public can't go down there," he related. Thanking him, I promptly headed for the San Diego Airport, Lindbergh Field. Getting close to the airport, it wasn't hard to notice the procession of FedEx trucks heading for their corner of the tarmac. I followed these trucks and parked just outside their gate. There it was, in the distance, about 30 yards away, a Boeing 727 with the FedEx logo on the tail. This was my plane! Whatever it took, my package was flying on that plane that night. I don't care what it took. It was going on that plane. No other way. This absolutely, positively had to get done. How much more would each of us accomplish if we decided that certain important things in our lives had to get done? No retreat, no reverse gear, just a solid, steadfast determination to find a solution. Once again, I positioned myself by the gate and presented my saddest face as I made eye contact with each driver coming through the gate. One finally stopped and asked what I was doing. I explained my predicament, and he apologetically said he couldn't take a package directly onto his truck. There was no retreat. I kept staring at each driver. Finally, a second driver stopped. "What's the matter?" he asked. I said, I barely missed the 5:30 cutoff time at your warehouse, I explained, and I'm going to be in big trouble if this package is not on that plane when it leaves. Certain powers of the universe seem to come into play when we show confidence and determination. Those powers at that moment somehow touched this one particular driver. He calmly said, "You know, if I were to look away for a moment and a package just happened to fly into my truck, I could not be responsible for that." That was it. He looked away, and you know the rest of the story. My package arrived promptly at its destination the next morning, and the client was thrilled. Next time you may be tempted to say this can't be done, why not open your mind and ask, how can this be done? How can this be done? What if your life depended on a solution? Would you make an extra effort? Would you look for more possibilities? Of course you would. You'd be amazed with how simply solutions will take flight. Huh. What a story. I love my own story. It's so cool. Anyway, here's an affirmation of determination. Please write it down. It might help you. It's the affirmation for this episode. When I face tough challenges, I find solutions. You may want to write this down. When I face tough challenges, I find solutions. That's a strong affirmation. If you like these messages and many people around the world find them highly productive, please do me a favor. Send 5 people you know to my website, boazpower.com, and suggest they sign up and subscribe to my free weekly broadcast of Boaz Power TV. Perhaps we can help them become even more determined and more successful. I do appreciate your help. You are special, you are unique, you are destined for greatness. I see it in you. You are a champion. Have a powerful day.
This has been Boaz Power TV. To comment, see other episodes, or to subscribe to this free broadcast, go to our blog at boazpower.com. That's boazpower.com. We're here to take your life to the next level.